culture has it. Some places, like America, use music for entertainment. Other places, like Africa, use it during religious ceremonies. Music can also be a very powerful thing. It can change your mood completely. If you're upset, listening to something uplifting can also uplift your mood. Or if you're under stress or duress, listening to something calming has a calming effect. But could it also make you smarter? Cognitive learning is the way that we acquire knowledge, and music seems to have very positive effects on it. Today I'm going to tell you about cognitive learning and when it starts, musical activities that improve cognitive learning, and how to use musical activities to develop cognitive learning. Cognitive learning starts at an early age, and it's the process of acquiring knowledge. It is abstract thinking, decision making, and problem solving. Individuals learn by reading, watching, or experiencing stimuli. People learn in different ways. Some people have to read something to retain the information, while others need that information read to them. Some people simply have to watch a task being done to learn how to do it, while others have to perform the task themselves. However you learn, this information is stored in your brain and then recalled later. Now that you know what cognitive learning is, let's talk about how music can have positive effects on it. Santos Luis, Coimbra, and Fernandez da Silva were published in 2009 in the International Synopsis on Performance Science. They did a study where they took two groups of school-aged children. The first group was the control group, and all they learned was their general studies. The second group was a test group. Along with their general studies, they also studied music. They found that at the end of the year on their testing, the students that had also studied music scored higher on the tests than the students that did not study music at all and just did their general education. They learned that the most beneficial musical activities were playing an instrument, vocal training, rhythmic training, or the general study of music. E.G. Schellenberg was published in the Journal of Education Psychology in 2006, and she expanded on this principle, saying that children who studied music for a prolonged period of time did better on tests than students who had only studied music for a short period of time. Now that you understand music does affect cognitive learning, let's find out why. Music seems to stimulate the mind. It causes you to relax and focus. There's a thing called the Mozart effect, which is the idea that classical music actually makes you smarter. It's why you've sometimes seen pregnant women put headphones on their belly so that their child can listen to classical music. It's supposedly makes them smarter. Well, E.G. Schellenberg, before her study in 2006, teamed up with Nanise, and they were published in '99 in the Psychological Science Journal. They studied the Mozart effect. They took a group of people, put them in a room, and had them listen to classical music. They also took a group and just had them sit in silence. The group that listened to the classical music seemed to do better on spatial temporal tasks than the group that did not. It also seems that music has a profound effect on reading and mathematics. In 2000, the Journal of Aesthetic Education published an article by R. Butzlaff called "Can Music Be Used to Teach Reading?" He found that students who learned music were able to read quicker and more efficiently and retain more information than students who did not have any kind of musical education. And Catherine Vaughan, that same year in that same journal, the Journal of Aesthetic Education, found that listening to background music while studying for math helped in mathematical solving equations. She put one pair of students in a room with light background music studying math, And then the next group, she had just studying math in silence. The group that studied with the music playing did much better on mathematical comprehension than the group that did not listen to any kind of music. You can see that music has positive effects on cognitive learning. It really doesn't matter what kind of music it is, whether it be classical or rap, country or heavy metal, just as long as it's something that eases your mind and helps you focus. Today I've talked about when cognitive learning starts and what it is, what kind of musical activities develop cognitive learning, and how to use music to develop cognitive learning. Although it's better to start early, it's never too late to start. So the next time you find yourself studying for a big test or maybe preparing for a speech, turn on some music in the background, let it play softly, and I promise it will have beneficial results.